Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, but haven't really had much new content or much money to buy stuff to review anyway. So wanted to show you something today that I thought was pretty interesting that I came across. I was piecing together a new rifle, and whenever I do something like that, I get hyper focused on something and research the shit out of it for about 2 days before I buy something. And the particular item in question was the trigger that I wanted to put in this PWS system. And I'm one of the guys that prefers a single stage trigger in my black guns. No real reason. I prefer it. I like the way it feels. I personally like a trigger in a black gun to be a on-off switch. I don't really like much of a two-stage trigger. And again, it's just a personal preference. But there's not a whole lot of real high quality options out there as far as single stage stuff goes, at least that I found. I know there's like CMC. I've had those before. They look and feel kind of cheap to me. I mean, I'm not knocking the brand. It's just a personal preference. I don't really like them. So that's where I saw this Geissele. It's the SSP. It's their single stage precision trigger, and I believe from what I can gather, this is their second gen. The first gen was a true single stage. It means it was a wall and it was it, on off. But apparently they had a bunch of issues with them, double tapping, so on and so forth. So the second one they came out with, it's not necessarily a hybrid trigger like their 3-gun ones. There is a slight amount of creep. I'll show you that here in a little bit, but it's pretty close to a single stage trigger. And this JP is a rifle that I've had for several years now. This is actually a rifle that was built by them from the factory. I haven't messed with any of the trigger parts or anything, so this is their fire control group that's in there. The configuration that it is, it's got the 2 yellow springs, the trigger spring and the hammer spring are yellow. Like I said, I didn't mess with it. That's how it came from the factory. It's a single stage trigger, but there's not really a whole lot of comparison between the two. I know there's a lot of Geissele fanboys out there that are real, I mean, hardcore fanboys. I mean, you guys are worse than the CZ people. There's the best trigger in the world, blah, 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 blah. Well, having owned both now, I'm going to disagree with you respectfully. So we'll go over just a little bit here. The Geissele triggers in this PWS system, I can talk about that here in a little bit, but I want to show you how these things break. So first of all, I'll go ahead and show you how the Geissele breaks. And there's a lot of videos out there, but I just want to do a little side-by-side comparison of the two. So I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about when I mean there's a slight amount of creep. So if you can see this here, if you watch, I'll pull it as slow as I can. It wasn't super slow, but you can see there's a little creep here. Again, I'll go super slow here. See that there's a slight amount of creep. I mean, it's not bad when you're out shooting black guns and you're shooting fast, you don't really notice it. But there is a slight amount, so it's some people wouldn't consider it to be a true single stage, more like a hybrid. But I'll show it to you one more time. So just a slight amount of creep. One thing that this trigger does excel at over the JP is the reset. If you watch, it's extremely short, very crisp, and very tactile. You can hear it even with 2 sets of Hearing Pro on. So not much creep, very loud, very crisp. It's got an extremely nice reset. Now I'll show you the JP trigger. So again, this is what they market as theirs. Well, it's a single stage, but if you notice here, pull it as slow as I can. No creep whatsoever. That's on off. It's a solid wall. Nothing. So watch again. No creep at all. And I'll show you the reset. Reset on this is nice. Not quite as loud, not quite as crisp, but it's shorter. Extremely nice trigger. So I'll see if I can get the pull weight on camera here. It's kind of tough. I have a Lyman digital gauge. I don't know how on this thing is, but let me try to pull it here best I can. I think that's a little light. I don't know if this thing is calibrated or what, but we'll do it one more time and then we'll do the Geissele here. So I mean, it's extremely light. They say like 3 to 3.5 to 4.5 pounds, but I haven't noticed that. It seems much lighter to me than that. So I'll do the Geissele now. Again, that seems really light. I don't know if it just needs calibrated or what, but I'll do it one time. A little bit heavier, but it's super nice. So just kind of my final thoughts on these two. Again, having shot the JP quite a bit more, I haven't had as much time behind this PWS, but it's really nice. I enjoy it, but if I was given the option, having known what I know now, I would get the JP Fire Control Group. Another downside to them is they have a lot of, well, I don't know, some might consider it a downside, others might not. It's just more of an annoyance to me than anything. It's got a couple set screws and it has quite a bit of adjustment, so you kind of have to go through the methodical process of getting it all tuned to how you want it as far as over travel and poundage and all that goes. But like I said, this came tuned from them from the factory, so I'm not going to mess with it because I probably just end up messing it up anyway, so it's just my luck. But I could talk about the quality of these two while I have this going. Build quality to me, quality of parts, the JP is just really just second to none. I mean, these things are fantastic. I mean, the coating that they put on their internals, as far down to the parts, every part has a JP logo on it. It's just really spectacular. The upper and the lower has absolutely zero play. I mean, it is tight. The PWS, I mean, it's got some wiggle. I'm not knocking it. I mean, the quality seems good to me, but between the two of them, the JP definitely seems like a higher quality rifle. They both shoot outstanding. Both are real fun to shoot. So, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. Not a whole lot of people out there comparing the two of these since they are single stage triggers. Personally, the JP to me is better, but you know, it's probably going to piss off a lot of fanboys, but hey, it's just my opinion. So I hope you guys like the video and take care.